What's up, everybody? Welcome.
Amazing.
Wow, what a commercial. That's a really impressive commercial. Though I have some thoughts. So you need to tell that guy whoever filmed that commercial to ease up on the contrast. It's a little too.
I love it. I love it, Philly. Great job, man. Absolutely great job. Thank you.
Thank you. And it's obviously, it's a pleasure to have you here. Thank you for taking the time in your busy schedule to joining us. And
Of course.
I've been looking forward to this. It's awesome. How are you?
Me too.
How you been doing?
Yeah, very good. Very good. It's there's been a lot going on, especially today. It's the last day before a 2-week break, so we can go on straight until Christmas after that. And we've gotten a lot of stuff done, from the booklet for the 1989 to the interior of the Batman animated series to the release of the 1968 Batmobile with all the product pictures to very cool new stuff from Catwoman. We can probably discuss. Sitting Batman prototype is finally done. I sent you a bunch of pictures. So, yeah, exciting stuff.
Awesome. There's so much stuff to do. And, adding the 1/6 scale factor of figures, it's another level. So I did have a few questions, because this is our first time meeting, actually talking to you, but we've been dealing back and forth in email since I believe 2018 when I got the first BVS Batmobile.
Wow.
I got influenced by Justin when he did the stream with you, and I saw, because Hot Toys wasn't going to make a BVS Batmobile. It was very, unfortunately, because I personally saw it at San Diego Comic-Con, and it was a bummer. It was a bummer that they were going to do it. And, the man stepped in, Joost, and he handled business. And I was so excited. I was one of the first guys to, not the first, but, obviously one of the first, supporters of your work. And I might say, that your work has been getting over every rendition better and better, and I look forward to the future stuff coming in through. So particularly with this 1/6 scale figure, so I'm very excited about that. So thank you.
I really appreciate that.
Thank you. So I'm not going to give you the typical questions, because we already know you're a collector. You're a fan. You like the stuff. Obviously, I can tell in the background. And, but there is stuff that we want to find out from you that hopefully nobody's asked before. So you ever seen?
Oh, that'd be cool.
You've seen Hot Ones, right? The show that when the
oh my god, you don't have any hot chicken wings here, do you?
No. I can't send them over there, but next time we'll do that for sure. That'd be interesting to do that. That'd be kind of fun.
Oh no, I really do so poorly. I think with their 3 out of 10, I would already be out of the game.
All right, we'll go easy on you, but we will get some good questions. Hopefully nobody's asked before. And
cool.
Starting with the first one, the hierarchy of your IPs. What order is Marvel, DC, and Star Wars to you? 1 to 3.
So, a personal preference, or in terms of
your personal preference? Like, what do you prefer first, second, and third between Marvel, DC, Star Wars?
Okay, that's a very tricky question. All right, let me answer it by. So the history does a lot. So way back when, it was Star Wars for me all the way.
77.
Yeah, and all the way. I mean, up to when I started Jazzinc, I think Star Wars is just so very cool. Then I really got into Marvel the first 10 years. That was my number one all the way up to Endgame.
Okay.
And then nothing. I don't know if I'm like. What's the word, like full or something, or that? Well, and I do think the quality has gone down, but I just haven't been able to get into anything. The only thing that was kind of cool was one of the shows, the one where Maria Hill dies. What was that show?
The Sam Jackson show. It's called.
Yeah. Well, that
Invasion.
Yeah, a Secret Invasion, maybe something like that. That was the only thing after Endgame that really interested me. No Way Home was also kind of nice, but for the rest, no. So that for me now is last. And the problem, the same thing I have is with Star Wars. I really I dig episode 7. I dug it. 8, not so much. By 9, I was gone. Then for the shows, I love The Mandalorian.
Yep.
And I thought what was the show that was like before Rogue One? That was a good show.
Show before Rogue One.
Yeah, so they did no. There's a show. I don't know. I don't remember. But somebody Andor. There you go.
Andor.
Thank you. Pop culture.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I really thought that was great, but after that, I didn't even get through the first episode of The Acolyte. And so right now I'm just really into DC, and that's because I have to research all that I do, going back all down those rabbit holes. I love the Tim Burton stuff. I even enjoyed 95, gearing up for next year, getting into 97. I loved the Nolan Dark Knight trilogy. I think the 2022 Batman was an excellent movie. Looking forward to the Penguin series. So, yeah. Used to be Star Wars was first, then Marvel was first, but now it's DC for me.
Okay. All right. Cool.
Interesting
Great.
question.
Well, thank you. I like to kind of make people think. So, next question is: have you been to the U.S.?
Yes, sir. For 2 whole weeks.
Awesome. And then, what is your favorite food in the U.S. or in general? What was the favorite food you had in the U.S.?
In-N-Out Burger. That was really awesome.
Okay. All right. Awesome.
So
I
really
assume
awesome.
you're on the West Coast, right?
Well, yeah, I was. Yeah, I was. But In-N-Out Burger was good. But in general, what's my favorite food? That's a good one. Of course, I love like the pizza and
Pizza.
A really good roasted chicken is something that I really enjoy because it's not too bad for you,
Nice.
But yeah. So
Okay.
basically the Italian stuff, and over here in the Netherlands, what's really hot is called tapas, but it's really not the Spanish kind of tapas, but it's really little bites of everything. My son works at a restaurant. We were there last night, and I really love that. A little bit of everything. So yeah, that's I love that.
A little bit of red wine too.
yeah. A little bit of whiskey.
Yeah. I love Spain. I've been to Spain a few times. Next one. Favorite music album from start to finish. Something that you love every song in an album.
Well, it has to be Pink Floyd, The Wall.
Very nice.
That's one where I could really just sit from start to finish. I used to have a record player not too long ago, and then I got the album. Just because there's something about putting on the album and listening to it from start to finish. That's really, it has to be Pink Floyd, The Wall. There's a whole bunch of CDs that are also, because I would say Where the Light Is from John Mayer is also right up there for me.
Okay.
I just love that album. But
Awesome.
something totally different. Yeah.
Okay. Kids, how many? And what was the first comic book or sci-fi movie introduced to your kids when they grew up?
All right, this is fun. So I've got 2 kids. They both work for us. The oldest one is Luke, and he's 20 now. And then we've got Leon, who's 18. And I'd been so busy with work and young kids that I was a bit out of the comic book and movie world. And then they came home and they said, "Dad, I've seen a really cool movie. It's called Star Wars." I'm like, "Dude, let me tell you." And I got all the old toys from the basement, and back then my Uncle Ben was still alive. So, and he was the first collector I ever met. He had every Kenner toy twice, kept one in packages, and so we went to visit him and saw these really cool. I mean, if he were alive today and they had that stuff still, he would probably be a millionaire by now. Anyway, but so yeah,
Nice.
so the Star Wars, and it's fun with the kids. It's like you're having your childhood to relive again and seeing the things through their eyes. We all. It was a big event whenever a new Marvel movie came out. Went to the theater for DC as well. So
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great to be able to do that and share that with them. You know.
I'm experiencing that right now myself. I have a 3-year-old and a 5-year-old, so their eyes
Oh,
are lit up. So, but yeah, he's loving Spider-Man for now. I mean, it's unfortunate because I'm a Batman guy, but it's okay. He can choose whatever he
he,
wants to.
he can do a lot worse. My first comic book character that I really loved, and me and my cousin Tom were really into, was Spider-Man.
Yeah.
There
Well,
wasn't a whole lot to get in the.
obviously, I just got this one and it's
Yeah.
beautiful. I was gonna ask you if you were gonna get this one because it's definitely the one the one to rule all. So
Oh, really?
that's yeah, that's the blue and red one from the end of the No Way Home, where
Oh, okay.
he's swinging in the snow. I didn't
Right.
get the one with the base, but unfortunately, I don't know what I was thinking, but I still love the figure. It's amazing. So
Okay.
um,
Cool.
definitely recommend if you're looking for a Spider-Man figure. But yeah, does your dad collect too? Your dad?
No. No, really,
No,
he's
no.
really not into that. His brother Ben was his brother.
Mhm.
He was, but my dad not so much.
Got it.
He loved it for me. So we were almost about as far away from Amsterdam as you can get in the Netherlands. And I remember when he went there for his job, that was something special. And then he went to the World Trade Center in Amsterdam, and he got a Return of the Jedi Lando Calrissian Kenner figure, and he came home, and I was already in bed. And he came to me and let me unpack. This is stuff you never forget, right? I was like,
Yeah.
what?
Oh yeah.
8 or something.
8.
So yeah, he liked it for me, but he's not into collecting. No.
Awesome. Okay, but he does share the passion with you when you're working for Diorama, so that's awesome.
Oh
Next
yeah.
question: if money and resources were unlimited, what would you make into a 1/6 scale? Vehicle, spaceship, figure?
Oh, if money and space is no option,
Uh-huh. Yep.
I'm building the Falcon, the Millennium
Okay.
Falcon. That's my ship.
Very
So
nice.
if money and space is no object, then it's the Falcon for
Okay.
sure.
That's awesome. I thought I was
Yeah.
going to say the Death Star. I'm like, I don't know if that's doable.
Yeah, but that's not so. That's not so cool shape wise.
Yeah.
It's just it's a
Yeah.
ball, right? I
Yeah.
mean,
It's
and
ball.
Kit is right up there, but still, I think
Mhm. Mhm.
that's still going to be doable.
Okay.
But so like the big dream that's never going to happen. That's got to be the Falcon, right? In 6 scale.
Got it. Yeah. I kind of been trying to bug you too to see if we can build it piece by piece. But, anyways, uh, what one thing you've always wanted to do but haven't done so?
Something I've always wanted to do but haven't done. Well, okay, yeah. So I really want to take my family and my kids on a trip to the United States one day,
Okay.
but I really hate flying, and I'd really do badly with jet lag. Really knocks me
Oh,
out.
got it.
And of course, it's hard to find the time. But yeah, so the one thing I still have on my list that I haven't done is to take the kids back to the United States.
Got it. And where would you want to visit?
I'm sorry.
Sorry. Where would you like? Have you? Would you want to go to California? Would you like to go to New York?
Well, I think California, because then I could visit Warner Brothers headquarters as well,
Mhm. Yeah.
see and see the new Star Wars theme park.
Yes.
You know,
Yes. That's opening soon. That's yeah.
yeah. So Galaxy's Edge, that's open, right?
Yeah, no, I'm sorry. I'm thinking about the George Lucas Museum that's hopefully opening soon. He's opening a
Oh, cool.
museum in downtown LA, designed by Gary Guggenheim, and
Oh, wow.
it's yeah, and the yeah, he's gonna have a lot of good stuff. But yeah, Galaxy's Edge is definitely another one to go for.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So yeah,
Fictional character you most relate to?
Spider. No. What do a fictional character I relate to? I'm not Spider-Man, but as a kid, I think.
Don't say the Hulk. Don't make me angry.
Yeah. No, and maybe as a kid I was like Luke, or even though I wanted to be like Han and I wasn't. Yeah, so I was
Okay.
yeah.
You know what? I would have guessed Luke. I was gonna guess Luke. That's a good one.
Yeah.
What was first comic purchase, if you ever owned comics?
Yeah. I had a whole lot of comics. So there wasn't a comic book store in the Netherlands. Not until like the last 10 years. Maybe they've been popping up. And so there was like this little market that was in our little town in the backwaters of where we lived in the Netherlands on every Saturday. And then I'd get my weekly allowance and we'd go there and we'd peruse the comic books. And I'm pretty sure it was Spider-Man. It was either that or X-Men, but mostly Spider-Man. And then the 70s and 80s stuff, some of the original 60s stuff. The
X-Men Chris Claremont run, is that what you're talking about?
I don't know, to be honest. It was early
like
80s.
The 80s with the brown suit Wolverine and the Cyclops.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, he's a great writer. He did the Jim Lee run with them and did an awesome job. So last question. Last TV show you and Janek have watched and enjoyed?
What is the show? When we watched it together, it's got to be a home remodeling show.
Yes.
Yeah.
Same thing with my wife. HGTV.
Yeah. We are big Chip and Joanna Gaines fans, so we loved that. And there's a cool Dutch show that for people who want to remodel their homes, and then they have two architects bid on the contract, and they make a complete like 3D walkthrough of what the house is going to be with VR goggles, and as a viewer, you're seeing what's going to happen, and then what they choose is actually done. So that was fun. So that's the stuff we watched together.
Nice. Yeah, we watch Property Brothers and then Chip and Joanna. It's a good show too.
Yeah.
Oh, awesome. Thanks for obviously answering these. Hopefully, there are tough questions and made you kind of think a little bit. So, it's great to know a little bit more about you. Yeah, definitely. Now we have 44 people in the chat. Thank you for coming in, guys. We really appreciate the support and coming in and saying hi to Joost and us. And thanks for coming in. And let's go really quick and just kind of see who we got here. Let's see. MB Dyson 829, welcome, buddy. Awesome guy. Commander Green, Harold. He's a great photographer. He does these amazing Star Wars shots out of an iPhone. And my guess, I thought it was a full production like Sony professional camera, and he does it out of an iPhone and like a mobile app, and he does amazing work. Yeah. Shout out to Harold. Bob Dylan, good morning. Or good afternoon,
always
Bob
nice to
Dylan.
see him.
Yeah, he's up in Florida, so good afternoon to you, buddy. Thanks for coming in. Uncle Moose, 12-inch Moose Stream. Hello, buddy. Happy Friday. I think he's...
Thank you.
I actually asked him to come in. I think he was busy. He was working, so thanks for stopping by via the chat, Uncle Moose. Thank you. LoKey Collector, he's really excited. He's going to join us in a little bit. JB, happy Friday. Nefty 007, how you doing? Thanks for coming. Aaron Grove, thank you for joining us.
Always nice to see him.
And Jedi Niner. Jedi Niner is a local from here from San Diego. She's awesome. She's into Star Wars, and she's a good supporter of Jazzinc products. She is hopefully, I think Luis met her at an exchange prop convention. So hopefully we get to meet her soon during Comic-Con, because she's a local. She lives literally like 15 minutes away from me. So,
cool.
Yeah, Talia Meyer, thank you for joining. Hello, everyone. Tijuana Mike, aka Quinchuro. Mike, thanks for joining us, buddy. He's all the way from TJ. Very nice guy. Unfortunately, I had an opportunity to meet him, but I wasn't able to because he had to leave. We usually have our group has a kind of sort of a local California Comic-Con, or not a Comic-Con, but like a collector con sort of. And he came, but unfortunately I missed him, so we were kind of different schedules. Bank Gaines, hello all. We got El Profesoro, Mario.
Nice. Mario.
Hope your finger is okay, buddy. He did cut himself, but he says he's here for Yoast. So definitely, yeah, a hero to kind of join us and be bleeding all over the place. Hopefully you're okay, buddy. Ryan Dean, it's always a pleasure. Thanks for joining us. Jose G. Hernandez, Mr. Fact Checker. He's going to join us a little bit later. Dan the Bat Fan. Hello, buddy. Pop Culture Relics. You met Luis, really awesome guy. Known him for a long time. Andrew Hammond, thanks for joining us. Who else we got here? Think I got everybody here. JB, I believe I missed him. Shannon Runk.
Larry Walker. Always nice to see him.
Yeah, Larry Walker is awesome. Keaton Car 89. I love that name. That's awesome. Obviously, should I be asking if you're getting the 89 Batmobile? I don't know. It's obvious pretty much. Let's see. Who else do we have? El Walker. Good morning or afternoon. Rolando Flores. Thanks for joining us. And Tiny Archive. Awesome person. Thanks for joining us. Peter Corolla. Toy Collection. And Aaron Grove. We already talked about. Zippy the Unicorn. I'm here for Yoast fix. His occasional quarterly Yoast fix. And then Batman Collectibles. Hey, Yoast, impatiently waiting for the 89 Batmobile. No rush. So
no rush, right.
Thanks for joining us, guys. Please make sure you follow Yoast on Jazzinc Dioramas in YouTube. And his website is jazzinc.com, I will provide all the information below in a link, and then subscribe if you're new to the channel. Welcome. And this is my first stream. So far I'm doing okay. What do you think?
I think so too. Very cool.
Awesome. So now we're going to go into show and tell. Now we were talking about first you wanted me to show the Batmobile pictures, right? The comparison.
Sure. You can go ahead. I just sent you a couple pictures. I also sent you a couple of folders. This was a question from somebody in the group to show the comparison between the 68 and that's just gone up for pre-order today, and the 66. You can see the totally different paint job to start with, but this is going to take a whole retooling, and I think putting them side by side makes the difference more obvious, from the longer turbine exhaust, the new antenna, the completely redesigned arch and windows, then the Raider rims, the different quite shallow ones. You've got the Laredo ovals instead of the big Mickey Thompson tires that were on there with a very weird pattern. You got a whole redesigned front fascia with different Bat Ray lenses, the Bat Ray antenna, the completely different interior. So I'm looking forward to this project, and it's a fun in-between project, because between October of last year and June of this year, we didn't do any new product launches, which meant that after the summer of next year, or let's say quarter 2 of next year, we wouldn't have much product. Mm-hmm. So while this is a nice in-between, and then when the 1966 Bat cycle is going into production quarter 3, we can vote on the next 66 project. That would be later next year. So that would be either the Bat Cave or the Bat Copter or the Bat Boat as promised. So yeah.
Are you considering figures too to go with this line, like perhaps the Bruce Wayne and Robin?
Absolutely. Yeah. Because I think there's a lot to be gained in terms of the accuracy of the sculpts. Even to just do the 1966 Batman and Robin, and then do the Bruce Wayne and the Dick Grayson figures, maybe do Batgirl, one or a few Catwomen. The 1966 line is a very strong line for us, so I'm going to do what the market allows me to do. Mm-hmm. I was really interested in doing the Riddler as well, the Joker, but I think it was Mars Toys. That one was really, really good. I mean, for other unlicensed releases like what I've seen for Catwoman so far for the 92, I'm like, okay, we can do ours. It's definitely good enough and better, But I don't know if there's a need to do another Joker of the 66 line, unless people ask for it. But we're going to do as many figures for the 1966 in the coming years as the market will allow us to do and support us to do, starting with the 66 Batman and Robin and Bruce Wayne and Dick Grayson.
Okay. So I really, I'm kind of like, man, this matte black is looking really good. I'm going to go ahead and share the rest of the pictures. Let's see here. It kind of, it's almost calling to me. I know it's me. I know. But for me, I think I'm good with the with my current one. But it does look very different from what the original one was. So I can see a lot of people probably happy that they're going to get an opportunity for this, but also a little bit upset because obviously they missed out on the OG, pretty much the original.
And that's not coming back. So
yeah, right. So it's perfectly understandable, and but it's something that unfortunately, it's kind of you're giving something new to people, and but at the same time it's kind of almost, it's different, but it's also familiar.
Yeah. In many ways, it is the paint I'm talking about is more accurate than because we put it to a vote for the original season 1 car, and many people really wanted more of an idealized version with the gloss black paint job, but they did a whole lot of things to the original car to be able to shoot it, because the high gloss that we made would have been impossible to shoot with 60s cameras and lighting. Right. And so they've rubbed it down with some kind of wax to make it look flatter. They've flocked the car to make it like a really solid matte. But basically, it's a much more satin black, and then the red pinstriping is a pink cerise, because that then reads more as a red with those old cameras, whereas actual red would just turn up too dark.
Yeah. Kind of like how the Christopher Reeves, when they had to they used back in the day a blue screen instead of a green screen, they gave him more of like a greenish magenta or different color suit, so that way he didn't end up getting disappeared in the film. So
yeah, exactly.
Similar to that, yeah.
And R2D2 against the blue screen was also a problem with his blue stuff, so they changed the color on R2D2. In some scenes, you can still see it, where it's like black instead of blue. Anyway.
But yeah, this is awesome. I mean, I love that black. That
yeah, black. It's very classy.
It's very it's like, oh man, it's like, how many versions do we need of this? It's kind of tempting, but yeah, for those who are looking for this is a great opportunity to get something similar to the original. But this one has definitely new flavors, new modifications that gives you that motivation, not only for the people that never missed out on this, but also people that have the original. So, damn you, Joost.
Yeah.
Damn you.
Yeah, every single mold is going to be changing for this one, so it's quite different with all the changes that the car went through. I mean, I think they rebuilt it for, or whatever, for the TV movie, because a lot of what you see here is also seen in that TV movie where you also saw the Bat Cycle. Anyway, it's a fun project for sure.
Very nice, awesome. Let's you want to head on to the 89?
Sure.
Yeah. All right.
Some cool stuff.
Now, forgive me here. I have Dropbox. How do you get out of here? There we go.
One more, I think. There's a main folder in July. Yeah, maybe.
There we go.
Oh, here you go.
Down the bottom, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. We got a video here.
Yeah, this was also earlier today. The first of the fully assembled real production dashboards. The only thing you're not seeing here is all the lights that are they're not wired up, but you can see the final the counters, and you can see the leather effect around the panels, the inserted instrument panels, and then it's not easy to see on this video. Yeah, maybe from here you can see the many labels that we added.
That's a lot. Yeah.
It's like 30 different silk screen molds for this one. So
I mean it's the the 80s were definitely like, you know, kind of tactical or not tactical.
Tactile.
You know, how do you say? Yeah, tactile touching and knobs and switches. So it's definitely a stretch from what you see from the 95 Batmobile, where you have lights and you know, touch screen and stuff like that, or the
exactly.
But yeah, look! Here's the lever, right?
Yeah. This is something that we've been able to add at the very last minute. You know, to have even have labels there. We weren't planning on that, but that was something that one of my suppliers came up with. And do you want to add them here? And I'm like, dude, do I? Yeah. So we that was a last minute addition, and
we're looking forward to that. What are we looking here?
So these are the metal axles of the rear axle. Just thought it was fun to show their actual solid metal pieces.
Okay, cool. A lot of support for that big beast.
Yeah. So these are some test parts. Yeah, I'm not sure if some of this is a bit older already. Yeah, here you see a first test of the remote. So this is the custom remote that comes with it.
It's bigger than I thought. It's not screen accurate, right? Because I know it was a little one in the movie, but this is more like to help
to be able to use
electronics.
Yeah. So batteries, electronics, the buttons, and make it usable. But it's exactly the same shape as the movie, but it had to be bigger to fit the electronics.
Got it.
And this is the last surprise. This is this is a test print of the booklet that will come with every Batmobile hardcover, interviews with Julian Kaldau, who designed the 1989, interviews with Patrick Totopoulos and Ash Thorpe about, you know, what it's like designing Batmobiles for the other Batmobiles they designed, interviews with some of the experts. There's a whole lot of cool stuff in there. Final version will also have some very cool highlighted UV spot lacquer on certain things on the cover and the back, and so it's I'm very happy with how that turned out. Very classy, I think.
I too. I love these books. I collect a lot of the art of certain movies, Marvel, Batman. I have a bunch of books like that. You know, how they show you concept arts and how mechanical stuff work, and this is exactly. I'm sure that's how it's going to be, and I love that. I have, you know, Spider-Man, Marvel, Dark Knight. It gives you all the inside information and all the concept art and how stuff came to be. And it's always good to kind of relax and enjoy. And to get a book, that's amazing. I mean, you could just give us a pamphlet and give us a book. I mean, that's awesome. It's incredible. Yeah. Thank you, Joost. That's awesome. There you go. There's the book.
He's got a few more pictures. You can see the pictures there with indeed with some of the early drawings and the early concept art. Yeah,
I've never seen that one before. The one with the split canopy. That's amazing. I never seen it before. It's the first time I've seen it.
Yeah.
You get the packaging here, which already seen.
Yeah, we've upgraded that the packaging as well. Again, this is what you can do with more support than we're used to. I mean, you can see.
We know 89 is a personal favorite, so you know, we're excited that happened.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, this is part of the tooling that we needed. This is for the rear wing, one of the rear wings. So
very cool. And then you got some sanding and more sanding.
Yeah. So it's just some work in progress for the 1989. Every single one is hand sanded several times. There's just so much work going on in these.
In order to get that good quality paint job, you need that consistency with the sanding, and it gives you that. I'm
and
excited.
Get rid of the tooling marks, get rid of the. So there's certain parts that need to be screwed together. Then there's covers on that. Then you need to fill that. Then you need to sand that. So yeah, it's just a lot of work.
Yeah, that's one of the things I'm particularly excited about the 89 is the fact that it has a paint job. So that's one of the things, and the scale too, the accuracy and the scale. Yeah, beautiful book. They did a really good job with the art and everything. So I commend whoever did that. That's really nice.
Me. I did.
You did?
So yeah. So I got 2 basic design templates from Christopher, who also does our art boxes and stuff, and then I did the whole layout for the book.
Okay. And here we got the Batman animated series, which we're specifically. I'm really excited about this Batman because I tried to customize my own years ago. I what else did I do? Like I bought the Mondo right here, but the Mondo it's beautiful, but it's not. It doesn't give you. I just can't collect kind of animated stuff. I try to get into the What If Hot Toys, and, because it has a level of realism but still cartoony, and I just couldn't do it. So to have that cross between the fine balance of animated and realism, I think you're on the money right there. It's getting pretty close, and it looks great. I love the Bruce Wayne's head sculpt. I love the Batman sculpt. And there's definitely different iterations of the animated face because there's different animation companies that did the Batman series, and you can tell the differences, but that's a good combination of both. So in the body,
shout out, Indigo Gill did an awesome job. He's currently working on the Catwoman diorama, which is why there haven't been updates on the animated series Batman. But yeah,
it looks great. I love the draped cape. It's always that's Batman. That's basically the definition of Batman with the kind of draping cape and being a detective roaming around the streets of Gotham. Beautiful.
Yeah. Since then, we've increased the number of panels on the cape, maybe thinking about adding a wire as well for posability. So, yeah.
Now, are you a fan of posability capes or drape capes or both?
I like posability capes. If you could get a look at my displays, then I have several capes that are wired. It's just something about the dynamic look of posable capes that really does it for me.
I did a Superman shot this weekend for 4th of July, and I must have spent a good hour posing that cape to get it just right. It's tedious work, but I think I figured it out. I started using pliers to get the folds correctly, and I started I'm like working, and my wife walks in, and she's looking at me like with the pliers, and I'm just kind of and she's like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "I'm just trying to get the damn cape perfectly correct." So but it's definitely tedious work. So now for the Batman, are we looking to have multiple? Obviously, besides the Bruce Wayne and the Batman, you're looking to have multiple expressions, kind of like everybody else is doing.
Yeah, definitely, absolutely. Okay, yeah, awesome. And but we'll be figuring out how we want to do that. But we're definitely doing that. Several expressions.
Beautiful. Then we got here more.
Yeah.
Oh, this is the.
This is the paint. The paint. That's the Hypershift black to blue paint that we're going to be using.
Yeah, I saw that video with the Audi. They did the Audi, and it looks really impressive. So I'm excited we're going to get that. Yeah.
Yeah, these are the early sketches. If you go to my website, I just uploaded the near final ones on the of the interior for the animated series.
Let's see here.
Batman, and then
got it
right there, the blue one, and then the last pictures added are the latest of the interior design.
Oh, there we go. It's supposed to. There we go.
Oh, you have to scroll through, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, we got to fix that. That's not very.
Yeah, it's taking me to the first screen. And
Yeah,
it won't let
and
me.
then maybe.
It won't let me scroll. But
Okay.
we can go in here. It's fine.
Yeah. So everybody, just take a look at the website and see what you think. I'm seeing the first feedback come in from JB. Animated dials should be bigger. Which dials?
He's probably thinking of those targeting ranges. The two, I'm sure.
Okay.
I'm not sure, but it's like you said before. It's very difficult to go based on an animation because every person probably changed the animation. So really, it's based on what you seem feasible and also what gets us as close as you can to the obviously the rendition of the representation, because this is not. It wasn't built. There is the 112. I do have the 112. And are you getting a 112? I think somebody was going to send you one, weren't they?
Yeah, they did say that. I don't know if it's coming. I'm not buying one because I'm doing my own thing. If I get to see the one that he's sending.
I have one sitting in storage. So if you really need one and you have that guy bails out on you, I can do it, no problem. The only problem is that I did a paint job on it, and it's a little customized.
Okay. Yeah, well, I think we're just going to do our own thing and wait for the customer feedback. Yeah. So, yeah.
No problem. So, this is interesting. We got the...
Yeah, here are the actual screens. Yeah, that's so cool.
I know someone particularly excited for this, and he'll come and join us shortly. So, yeah, the chair. We've
increased the size of the chair to. This is the first time, and this was by popular demand. But this is the first time I'm going inaccurate by raising the size, the height of the desktop, and increasing the size of the chair significantly to make sure it looks to scale with the oversized Batman that Hot Toys made.
Okay. That's the 1.0, correct?
I don't know. Can I see?
You're talking about the BVS Batman, correct? The original one? Okay.
Yeah.
There is a new version coming out at 2.0, but I don't see them changing the body. I'm not sure.
I don't think so either. And I don't see my box here because I thought I could just grab the box and tell you the one I got, but yeah, it's just yeah.
Okay, let's see what else we have. We got Batman blocking me here. Catwoman. Okay.
Yeah, some of the earlier stuff, and I've also got some of the newer stuff. So you've probably seen these pictures, right? So this is the full metal, each one unique claw, but further on in the folder, there's some newer stuff. Inigo has been really working hard on getting the backdrop done. Okay,
that's a beautiful head sculpt. I mean, already starting to look great. This one right here.
So this is one of Inigo's designs where we're going to be putting probably somewhere close to 15 magnets in the bottom, so that you can have and a strong magnet, so that you can pose it and not be limited to where the magnets are.
Well, you're doing magnets. I didn't know that.
Yep. Yeah, I don't like crotch grabbers, and if you do the magnets right, it really has potential. So it's really it has possibilities, and I've seen a video earlier today of Inigo showing a test setup for this, and it really worked. So yeah.
Awesome. This is exciting.
Yeah. So when is the Catwoman going up for pre-order, Peter? I'd say in about 4 weeks from now, but we might wait until the end of August when people are back from holiday. I'm not quite sure yet. So this is the latest. Yeah, go ahead.
No, this is probably one of the questions that everybody's kind of wanted to ask, but obviously with going with 1/6 scale figures, do you I know your hand was forced in order to announce this because of other third-party companies bringing this out, but are you planning to kind of get to a certain point to where you produce a prototype first and kind of show us to pre-order, or is this going to be the norm where you just show us designs? Because that's one of the, I think that's one of the most important things for a lot of people. They rather see something. We're not going to smell and feel, but they want to see a picture of somebody holding it and see how it works. So in order to kind of make the decision in regards to that, what do you think?
Yeah. So that's what I think too. So in terms of when the pre-orders go up, they go up, and when I really have a physical prototype that I can show you, and I know that's not going to be final because we always tweak afterwards.
Right.
I kind of like that my hand was forced because the response has been overwhelming. And
I remember.
So, and I think it's good. It's made our first prototype better already. So going forward, as soon as I think I have enough to show, I could just announce that we're working on something or show that we're working on something.
Right.
And then people just have to be patient. And I can just give a rough estimate, like Peter asking when the pre-orders go live. That is a bit of a flexible target, especially with feedback. So the first head sculpt, the pictures that you saw have already, they're already old, right?
Yeah,
so we're already making a completely new head sculpt and a completely new paint job and all that. So yeah.
Right. No, I kind of see where you're coming from. Because not everybody asks the community for input, so you need that interaction in order to get a perfectly close to really good figure. And other companies will put up a prototype, they just put it up and say take it or leave it. But for you're getting the community involved, and that's for me that's a lot better, because if there's something that I feel like they should be addressed, then it can be addressed, and it can even sometimes be altered and changed, like you already been doing it. There's the body right there.
Yeah. So this is a body test, because we're not sure if the corset's going to be fabric or that we're sculpting it. A thing with the eyelets and all that sort of thing. But and the feedback, though, the amount of crazy we run into is a whole new level. So it's but it's good. It's good, and it's just harder to filter. But I think the figure is going to be better for it. So
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely, the posability is going to be good too, because when you have a silicone body figure and you have an outfit covering it up, the longevity of that silicone body doubles, because it will not tear, because it's literally cocooning the bison or the silicone body. So that's definitely good. Rockaway Rob says, can you talk about your partnership with Spec Fiction briefly?
Yeah. So we're working with Kit from 6 Kill Kit. So we got distribution in Hong Kong, and there's another company in Hong Kong we're working with, and they also work with Spec Fiction, which allows Spec Fiction to also get our product, which I think is a good idea. And I think it might be a time, because it looks like, I don't know, it sounds like you've been listening to my other streams. Remember when I said I'm waiting for the other shoe to drop?
I'm sorry, the what to drop?
For the other shoe to drop with the Warner Brothers contract.
Yes, I remember that.
Yeah, and so it looks like the other shoe is dropping, where it might be that, well, we can all guess who is going to get their way in not allowing me to sell figures from our website to North America.
I see. Got it. And then would you say North America is your biggest customer, obviously, right?
Yeah. North America is 50% of our business. Whole of North America, yeah, sure.
Yeah, got it. Awesome.
So, yeah. Which is why I'm glad that we have Kit, and that Kit has ways to get the product out there to others, and that the two that I'm working with now aren't going to be asking an arm and a leg for it. So yeah,
Well, that was it, right? That you sent me. I believe I got everything down.
yeah.
Right?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay. Well, I started with those weird, odd questions. So I'm gonna throw you, catch you off guard again. So let's play a game. And I know Shane can't do that with you with the snap or
Oh, that was nasty.
I'm not gonna do it to you. For you, this is a simple game. It's called Yay or Nay. And what you're gonna do is basically, I hope you have a sense of humor about this. So, I'm going to show you a picture, and you're going to say 0 chance, down, nay, and yay, some possibility. It could be between 5% to 99%. So, based on what you see, and let's start real quick, and then you can give us a quick little answer on reasoning why. So, are you ready?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right,
I'm curious.
Let's start. There we go.
As in, do I like them?
Well,
or am I going to be making them?
Would there ever be a chance for you to make them? Yes.
No,
or
I would
do
say
you have interest in making them.
I think it would be cool, but you're the first person to ask me, so I think nay. This is
nay. Okay.
No. So to give you an idea, one of the things I was excited about that was outside what is normally the collecting realm was the Big Bang Theory. I actually have the license to do the figures for that.
Yeah,
but
Warner Brothers.
Yeah, exactly. But from everybody that I've been talking to, they're like, nah, that's not gonna fly.
Yeah. There's a lot of properties that are, there's animation, there's TV shows, there's movies that, it's just kind of like very niche. And this is
too niche.
Yeah.
And especially with the figures, we've got a list up the wazoo, which is why I said, like, if Hot Toys or anyone ever wants to contact me and tell me what I can't do, that's fine, because there's still so much on the table before I would get to this. So I'm going to say nay. Very cool idea, though.
Well, there's going to be another one that will be correlate to this one, but we'll go to that when we get across that bridge. So let's go to the next one. Oh, there it is. There it is.
$1 million. I would say the first one before this one, then, but so nay.
Nay? Okay, awesome. I'm sure it'll be difficult to make a little, body for Mini-Me anyway.
Yeah.
All right.
Teen Wolf. Oh, that's a deep cut.
Throwing you off.
Yeah, you are. Mike, I love me some Michael J. Fox, but for this one, I don't think so. I think that there's other stuff.
Too niche. Yeah.
Yeah, too niche. Yeah.
All right. Next.
Just to give you an idea. Oh, Anchorman, dude. Could be cool. But to give you an idea, I recently heard how many in-art sold of the Ron Weasley. And it's shockingly low. I can't say the actual numbers, but it's shockingly low. So imagine if Harry Potter is not doing well, then what kind of chance would this have?
Yeah.
So
well, I think, generation for Harry Potter, I think it's a little too early for people to be in that age bracket where they can spend. They have that nostalgia, because nostalgia is the one drug that is universal, and that's basically, this is what we're doing. We're selling nostalgia. So what did you think about Ron Burgundy here?
No, I would say
from San Diego too.
Yeah, but from the ones that I've seen so far, I'm most excited about Wayne's World.
Okay. Jedi Niner says stay classy. Definitely. All right, let's go to the next one. So definitely nay for Ron Burgundy, right?
No. So you said 5 to 10%. So I'll give the 5 to 10% to Wayne's World.
Okay. That's
with the hair and the guitar. We're not
moving. A couch.
We're not moving. Yeah. Television camera.
Yeah.
All right. I'll give Wayne's World a 10%.
Nice. And you know what? If you do Wayne's World, that leaves another door open to Austin Powers. I'm just saying.
Just saying.
All right, let's go to the next one real quick.
Ooh, Goodfellas. I could see that. Do you know who owns Goodfellas?
You know what? No, I have to check. I was checking on some Warner Brothers properties, but I don't know who owns Goodfellas. So that
I could see this. This could be cool. I mean, a Robert De Niro, a Joe Pesci,
I'm
right?
surprised it hasn't been done. I mean,
Yeah. And this is Goodfellas, right? I mean, then you could also use them for Casino. It would be cool.
Mm-hmm. Yep, Casino is definitely
all right.
An honorable mention. Yeah, so possibility. That's good. Let's go to the next one.
This is also. Has nobody done Bruce Wayne?
Well, Bruce Lee.
Bruce Lee. Sorry, Bruce Lee.
There is a Hot Toys DX04. It's one of the first DX. I personally owned it, but this is why I asked, because my joints are falling apart. And
okay,
it looks great, but ideally, it doesn't. A seamless body would be ideal for that figure. And when you have a good hero, you definitely need a good villain. And I think Han is definitely a good influential villain from that era. I mean, I think it's awesome. I mean, it's the 70s, but it's still the claws. It's amazing.
Yeah.
So definitely, and just Bruce Lee. I mean, he's an icon, definitely. So
okay. Pop Culture Relics is saying Enterbay did it. Blitzway may have the license. Yeah, I would be surprised if this license is still up for grabs, to be honest, because this would be a huge yay for me.
Oh,
and Zippy, it's a nay on Geert Wilders. Oh, wow.
Let's go to the next one.
Oh, Karate Kid. Oh, I loved that as a child, especially with the Cobra Kai now.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Is this Warner Brothers too?
I don't know. I don't. I'm not sure. I'll have to look at that. But I mean,
I'm opening an email to my Warner Brothers contact now for the addendum.
There you go.
So we've got the new contract. It's signed, and then there's the addendum of what you want to add. I'm going to add Goodfellas.
Mr. Fact Checker Jose G. Hernandez says it's Sony. So and he's always correct.
Oh, okay. Because somebody said it's WB, right? In the chat.
I think so. Yeah, but yeah.
So it's Sony.
Sony. Yeah.
Ah, damn. And oh, sorry, darn. And Casino. Well, maybe it could be cool. And Buffy the Vampire Slayer is. Yeah, I saw that in the chat. I'm typing that to him now. Is a good one to add to the addendum because Buffy was my jam in the 90s. I love that. What was the other one I saw? So maybe Casino ? And then there was another one.
It's all the same.
Cobra Kai, right? Karate Kid Cobra Kai. Does anybody know if? Because I can ask the guys at Warner, but if they don't have it.
Aaron Grove is like, shower costume is a must.
Yeah.
Maybe a skeleton costume for Johnny. Yeah, that'd be really cool.
Buffy is Fox. Oh, darn. So that's two that people are saying. You're getting me excited, and then just oh man. Okay. Anyway.
Well, let's get through them, and we'll kind of make notes from there and see if we can get some stuff going. But here's a good one, and this is Warner Brothers.
So this is Mortal Kombat, right?
Mm-hmm. The first one.
And nobody's done Mortal Kombat?
No one's done Mortal Kombat. They did the 2021 movie, a third-party company, and it was just a scorpion, but that's it. And I know Storm Collectibles does the game, but the movie is untapped. And this is a good fan favorite. I mean,
yeah,
it's definitely a fan favorite. So,
yeah, I've added it to my email to him.
Goro would be interesting to see in 1/6 scale form like that.
Yeah.
That'd be really
Cool.
Ryan Dean, please do Mortal Kombat. Now this we talked about before.
Yeah, this is a definite yes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm visiting the licensing expo in London in September, and I'm trying to get a few appointments booked in advance, and I want to talk to the guys and girls that have this license for sure.
Very nice. Hopefully, yeah. I'm just very shocked nobody's tapped onto that, because this is 90s, and everybody in the 90s at this time right now, they're in their 30s to 40s, maybe close to 50s, and we love this nostalgic movie, because I remember specifically watching this movie when I was little. I was 9 years old, I think 1990. I was 10. So definitely, especially the original too, because that was more of a gritty, darker tone. The part 2 was good, but not as good as the original. So definitely something we'd be all interested. Imagine a Splinter in 1/6 scale form.
Yeah,
I mean, it's a daunting task, but he's wearing a robe, so the rooting will only be in the hands and the face, so it's not that bad.
Yeah,
a Shredder. I mean, die-cast helmet. I mean,
yeah, definitely.
That would be awesome.
It's funny, but because Shiny is saying InArt said they were offered turtles and turned it down because they were too busy. I've heard this too, so it might be up for grabs.
I'm the one that told you.
Okay.
I asked on myself, and he said that they had the opportunity and they passed on it. So I'm like, okay, I don't know why. Maybe because it's a daunting task, and what better person to deal with a daunting task for a challenging figure? Because you did Catwoman, and I have a feeling that's why Catwoman has been touched, because
it's the same with Vulture. I mean,
yeah,
that was a tricky one too, but yeah, fine.
A lot of R&D, yeah, but it's definitely going to be worth the payoff eventually.
Yeah.
Okay, now I'm saving the big ones for last, and
oh man,
we're going to get towards some dioramas and vehicles. So let's see here. Oh, missed one. There you go.
Oh, Thundercats.
Yeah, this is the animation one that I was talking. This has also not been tapped. I mean, you got Mondo. I think they announced the figures, but I'm looking something like kind of Batman in the animated series, where it's a cross between animated and realistic version. And I love these characters so much. I made a custom Lionel with a Hugh Jackman head sculpt, and I sculpted his hair.
Cool.
So yeah, so hopefully we get somebody can step in, because this is a good, this is the same thing as Ninja Turtles in the 90s. They see this now, they're gonna go for it. So
this is Transformers, I'm assuming.
No, these are just regular vehicles.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm kidding. It's Transformers. Yeah. It's Transformers. I was thinking you were gonna say, I don't have a license for that. That's Hasbro, and I would be like, well, these are not Transformers. These are vehicles.
Right. Yeah, no, I'm not. I don't see that happening. There's some cool Transformers collectibles out there, I think, but
no, but specifically, this is actually vehicle form. Like, I know we got 3-0, but I'm talking about actual vehicle form. That's an untapped kind of source where people would be interested in seeing a yellow Camaro like that, or a semi truck like that. I know somebody that drives a green semi truck like that he'd be interested. But I mean, it is a 1/6 scale. That thing would be huge, though.
That would be. I think that would be too big.
Yeah. All right, one more, and then we'll go ahead and go with our first guest. But this one, I think, was mentioned in the chats, and you kind of like said not really. But I wanted to give you. I saw a design of kind of a better. It's about selling, and basically this is what's selling it. It's basically the cockpit for the Megazord.
Right.
And the proportions are a little exaggerated. Maybe something smaller with the ears, head, but I mean, you already have the experience with the Falcon. You have the seats, you have the panels. You've done that. Something where it because we have we have a third party Power Rangers, and we have 3-0 Power Rangers, and that'd be cool to have a little cockpit that you can put them in there and lights up, and there's a lot of Power Ranger fans now too. So
yeah, but if 3-0 has the license, then I won't be able to do that. Plus, then you would be talking about the subset of a subset of people who have these figures. I don't think it's viable, and it looks quite large. So yeah, you got a couple of things you got me excited there, but for this one, I'm going to say nay.
All right. Well, thanks for taking the time. This is the
Sure.
The yay or nay with Joost. Thanks for participating. I really appreciate it. We're gonna have our first guest right now.
Cool.
Let's see if he's I don't know if he's ready to go. Oh yeah, he's ready to go. Hopefully he put a band-aid on that thing. I'm gonna give you the one and only Darth Profi.
Hey man.
How you doing, Joost?
I'm good. You cut yourself too, eh?
Yeah, man. I was actually making breakfast this morning, chopping up some potatoes, and had a little bit of an accident with the knife, and it wasn't pleasant. But
Yeah, same here. I was cooking burritos, and not a good day for knives, I guess.
Yeah, I guess not, man. But hey, it's fine. Just a scratch, man. But it's great to see you, man. And exciting to see some of these new products that you got coming out.
Thank
recently,
you.
So,
Thank you. Same here.
I finally got a chance to display the 66 Batmobile right here. I freaking love it, dude. Thank you so
Cool.
much for that, man. It's
Yeah. That is
definitely
cool.
Looking forward to see some of the more 66 products that you got coming out. So yeah. Billy, what's going on, buddy?
Mario just got himself a nice bachelor pad, so he's looking to to redecorate. And it's funny, I did his video tour of his old place, and I'm like, man, Mario, you're getting a new place? That means you're gonna have to make me redo the video tour.
Yeah, man, absolutely.
Like, oh, man.
If you're willing, well, I live a little further out now, man, closer to LA. So actually in LA. So if you're willing to make that drive, dude, we'll talk about it.
Yeah, Joost, it was my first time doing a video tour for one of my friends, and do you know how long it took me to go there and record the video?
Bro.
Well, tell me.
5 hours.
Wow.
5 hours filming, man. 5 hours. But I gotta give it to him. I gotta give it to Phil, man. The man is he's a perfectionist. He made sure that he get all the shots that he needed. Whenever we used it, were different things, but he just made sure just to get all the footage that he needed just to get a really damn good video.
I had to get every angle, and he had a Inard Gandalf. I don't know if you've seen that personally, but I had
No.
I alone did like 20 shots off that.
Oh man.
It's a beautiful
Beautiful
piece.
figure,
I mean,
man.
it was gorgeous. So, but yeah, I mean, he definitely has a great collection. And what's funny is that he doesn't have all of it displayed. So, hopefully, he gets it.
Man. No.
So do you have what was the other one? The premium Gandalf that what was that? Asmus?
Right?
Yeah. They did a premium. That's the one I got. How is the in-art compared to that?
The in-art, from what I understand, or the Asmus doesn't really compare to the in-art. It's From what I've seen, it's night and day. I mean, the in-art in hand is really something special. It does require a little bit of tweaking, considering all the rooted hair and all that.
Yeah.
When it's spritzed everything up, you can look all as nice as possible, and it's a really nice figure overall. I'm really, really happy with it.
Because that's the only in-art figure I didn't order because I was like, I have the premium one they did of the in-art. I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe I'll just have to hit up Todd at Spec Fiction and see if...
There you go. There are ways. We can still get them. Man. So just say the word, dude.
What do you think of what's the next one from the Lord of the Rings? What's his name?
The Aragorn. Yeah.
What did you think of that one? You think you like it?
I have it on pre-order if you're asking me, but I haven't seen it in person. I've seen pictures. I think it's good.
Okay. You've seen that's actually released. We've got a couple reviews up for it already. It's pretty good.
Yeah, I've seen some pictures, but I've been so crazy busy that I haven't had time to watch reviews. I'll just wait until mine comes in, Yeah. And the completist in me is already happy that I'm deciding to get the in-art Gandalf, so I have all the in-art stuff. I just want it all.
There you go. As awesome. We all, man. As we all.
Well, let's. Do you have any other questions? I'm gonna go ahead and go with the next
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Actually, Yost, it's been a while. I mean, since we've seen a Star Wars project from you, man, and I'm curious to know, uh, with some of we've seen a recent fan art company actually go under because of higher production and things like that, and not properly licensed and anything like that. Does something like that does that ever come across your mind when you're actually developing another project for Star Wars, as far as like availability or what kind of availability that you'll actually have, and try to stay as under the radar as possible? Or
Yeah, well, actually, it's that in combination with how low the support is for basically all the Star Wars stuff we've done, that has me thinking that this Starfighter might be the last Star Wars project I do, honestly.
okay, all right.
Because I have everything I have is sold out, except some of the Star Wars stuff, and then we're talking about stuff that I didn't even sell like 2 or 3 dozen. You know, that's right. Nothing, right? So, yes, yeah.
This will probably be the last project. I remember you were also talking about doing the ramp for the Millennium
Yeah.
Falcon as well. Is that something that's still in development, or that's pretty
No.
much like a dead project?
No, it's a dead project, and because the Star Wars stuff, it's been so. People seem to be done with Star Wars or something, because I hardly get any questions about it. There's very, very little support. It's going to be tricky to just even break even on the Starfighter project, to be honest.
Right.
And it's been that way for other Star Wars projects as well. And that was very much a labor of love, but with so much cool stuff in development and people asking me constantly to make all this cool stuff. I mean, Philly here gave me some cool new ideas, and the list is just too long to do stuff that's pretty much dead in the water based on my experience for the last year or two. So, yeah, I think this might be the very last thing I do for Star Wars.
Would you consider studio scale models instead of 6 scale?
I'm sorry?
Would you consider studio scale models instead of 6 scale?
No.
And you said yourself, Joost, that Batman is your biggest seller, right?
Yeah, by far.
Yeah.
Surprising.
By a land mile. And and I want to do Kit. I want to do Jurassic Park. I want to do James Bond. I want to do the Mach 5. I'm visiting London to get talking about those licenses. And so it makes sense to focus my energy on that. If there's a vocal minority that really wants more Star Wars stuff, but the support just isn't there in reality.
Gotcha.
And we've seen it time and again.
Nice.
So,
all right.
So JB says, "Where's the TIE fighter?"
that's not coming.
Not happening, unfortunately. Sorry,
No.
buddy. All right. Well, we have our next guest. This gentleman is a really fine gentleman, a really good-looking gentleman. He just started with his YouTube, and where is he? Luis, are you available? He's been in the chat, but I don't see him here, so I'm going to go with my other brother from another mother. That is my friend, Jose Hernandez. Welcome, buddy. Hope you're ready. There we go. Fact check.
Hey,
what's up, guys?
Nice to meet you, Jose.
Nice to meet you, Joost. I've been a fan of yours for a long, long time. Watch all the streams you're on. I have the Falcon right here next to me, so big fan. I'm excited to be here on with you. Oh,
thank you.
We can't see you, buddy. I think. Well, there
he is.
Okay.
There we go.
We're gonna bombard you, yo. Sorry, I was trying to go one by one, but now we're gonna bombard you.
Let's take a look at Luis's collection, man, because this is when I grow up. This is the collection I want. You know what I mean?
Some classy looking stuff, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Thank you, guys. Sorry, my camera turned off, so it had to reset it. So hopefully it doesn't turn off in and out. But I can hear you totally fine. Hopefully you can hear me okay. But if it does happen, just a little heads up.
Awesome. It's
Cool.
okay. We'll push you next in line. But Jose, go ahead and take the few minutes and ask questions for Joost if you have any, and we'll go with next to you afterwards, Luis.
Okay. All right. I was trying to write them down because I was like, I feel like I'm gonna get nervous. And I don't know what I'm gonna ask. And it's like I have all these questions. It's like, what would you ask Joost if you actually got to ask him something? So I was thinking about it. You were talking about making products like the Star Wars products that are unlicensed, and then you do have the licensed products with Warner Brothers. I was wondering, like, how that really works. Is you had mentioned before that you know that Disney's kind of aware of your unlicensed products with Star Wars, and they don't really care. Is that something you could do with other IPs, and you think you could kind of slip under the radar, or because of the potential partnership of obtaining the license, do you kind of avoid doing things like that because you might get the license later?
Yeah, so I've decided that for any new project, I'm not doing it unless I get the official license. I mean, it was a hobby project for so long, and the Star Wars stuff, it was like 10 here, 2 dozen there. That was fine. I know for a fact that both at Lucasfilm and at ILM, there's stuff of me there. They have it on display, and so it's been that kind of relationship. But going forward, I'm not interested in doing anything that's unlicensed again. And like I said to Mario, the Star Wars stuff is just, I don't know why, but it seems to be dead in the water. So I think that the Starfighter is just going to be my last project there, and then then we'll just get some new licenses and make other cool stuff. Is the way I'm looking at it.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay, that's interesting, guys. I've been one of those that's kind of waiting on to see if you partner up with Universal for some of their IPs. The Jurassic Park one is one that's really interesting for me. I grew up on Jurassic Park, so it's like if you could do the Jeep or even Velociraptors or things like that, like so that stuff I feel like people haven't really tapped into. So that'd be really cool.
It's very high on my list, and Universal is one of the companies I'll be talking to in London in September. So, and Jurassic Park is the first, together with Kit. Those are the two must-haves for me if I get a Universal license. So that's very high on my list.
Okay,
Awesome to hear.
Jose, all done?
I got one more.
Cool.
So I'm always about like plussing figures, right? So like you have an existing figure and you kind of want to add to it. I think that Hot Toys kind of sometimes I wish they would kind of sell like accessory packs, like alternate head sculpts or more accessories, things like that. Is that something that you guys, now that you're kind of dipping into the 1/6 scale figures and things like that you would consider doing, like plussing figures, pun intended, kind of adding to existing figures? There's a lot of figures that we have that are either dated or a new head sculpt, or we didn't love the existing head sculpt that it came with. Is that something you might consider doing for potentially for Batman figures or things like that?
Well, I don't know about doing head sculpts for existing figures. That's a new thing. I hadn't considered that. The thing I was thinking of is like, so I've been approached by Shane Poole about working together with him about doing like a Penguin army for 1992 Batman. I think that sounds cool. Or maybe doing like the Penguin Duck thing. So those kind of accessories is what we're thinking about. Yeah.
I hope Shane gave up on the RoboCop car.
It's a different Shane, but yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, is it a different Shane? Okay, my mistake.
Yeah, different Shane. Yeah.
Different Shane. But yeah, no, that's kind of what I was wondering, because I'm like, like for example, like recently with the Batman Begins, we didn't love the head sculpt, so Jackson Jew made the head sculpt, a new replacement head sculpt for the Batman Begins figure that a lot of us are receiving nowadays. So it's kind of plussing that figure. So that's kind of one of the things that I was wondering. I was like, would they ever consider like, oh, we hate the new Catwoman Anne Hathaway figure, the head sculpt. It doesn't look like her. Like, offering an option to like, hey, we'll do an even better Anne Hathaway head sculpt that you can purchase, and you can add it to your Hot Toys. You know.
Well, it's an intriguing thought. But
not a lot of people do
all right,
that. I know Soso was offering that with the Wolverine, but yeah, it's very, very, very rare to see companies do that.
I just feel like it's there. It's like a lot of people don't do that, and it's like a lot of us would enhance our figures if we had the option to, right? So, yeah, I think it's interesting if it's an idea, you know.
Yeah, it's an idea. The only question being, would you then not? Why would you not completely redo the figure? But
you could do both, right? You could offer the head sculpt and the full figure.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
for example, Joost, Luis he'll kit bash certain figures that in order to make the ultimate rendition of it. And this is a good example of what Jose is asking, because he instead of going into companies like Monkey Depot and those companies that sell the parts separately, it'd be nice to have something where you can just purchase as that's being offered from the company, that you can make your ultimate figure and kit bash it. That way you don't have to. But see, I get why other companies wouldn't do that, because there's more money left on the table. Why would I sell you a head sculpt where I can just sell you a whole figure? So I totally understand that.
A lot of custom artists do that, where they'll offer you the full figure or the head sculpt. You could just buy the head sculpt, and there obviously could be an incentive to buy the whole figure, right? You might more bang for your buck. But those who already have, for example, like I was mentioning, the Catwoman, you already have the Catwoman. You can just buy the head sculpt, maybe at a premium price, but at least it'll be something better than what you already have, instead of having to buy the whole figure.
Yeah, but what kind of price point would a custom head sculpt be at? I'm just trying to figure out because there's a lot of work, and especially with order shipping and handling and all that sort of thing involved for a single order. So
mass produced go from 80 to 120, and then for customs they usually range around 250 to 350.
Right.
Am I on the money, Jose?
I would think so. Yeah. I mean, I haven't purchased anything that expensive, but I do know that some custom artists charge a lot of money just for the head sculpts. So
yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. I feel like it's a untapped market. I feel like you can sell individual head sculpts, or like I said, even accessories. Like certain Hot Toys did not come with enough accessories, and so you want to add to it. So you can sell an accessory pack with the head sculpt and more accessories and a diorama base. So you're all about dioramas, right? So maybe a diorama base that you can buy, and that's kind of a whole thing and it's an incentive to purchase that, and you could sell that for a premium price to plus an existing Hot Toys figure.
I like that. I'm going to be thinking about that, Jose. You've given me a nice idea to mull over. I mean, I can see that might work. And as far as accessories, let's answer Zippy the Unicorn's question. The 1989 Bat computer, it would be a very cool accessory for your Hot Toys Batman figure. I'm very interested in doing that one down the line anyway. So. But let's think about the plussing the figure is what you call it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I've learned a new thing today. I'll think about it. The custom head sculpts, that might be potential there. If you have cool ideas it would have to be a popular figure, but what kind of thing would be a cool accessory for stuff that's already been done? Yeah. Cool.
All right. Jose, make sure you trademark, okay? Plussing.
Plussing the figure. On my way downtown to copyright that. So
yeah, very good.
I learned that Benjamin E. Green was one of the last to get the cockpit. So the Falcon cockpit. So
I think he was the last. Yeah.
Right.
Wow,
So
nice.
he's
Congrats.
just saying thank you for allowing to obtain it. So congratulations. I personally haven't
Benjamin,
owned it.
a very good. A gentleman. Go ahead.
Yes, he is. Yeah, he's awesome. No, I mean, I personally haven't owned a cockpit, but now I'm kind of feeling a little bit of envious there. But congratulations, buddy. Anyways, let's move on to. I think Luis is good now with the technical difficulties, right? You good?
Yeah, we'll see. Like I said, the camera, I don't know if it's overheating or whatnot, but you can hear me. I don't know if you'll be able to see
Yeah.
me. That may be a good
Good to see
thing,
you.
right? But
I don't
Yost,
know.
thank
That's
you.
a great collection in the background right there.
Oh,
So
thank you.
Yeah,
Guys.
yeah. Make him full screen. I want to see what he's got.
Yeah,
Go ahead, Luis.
Yeah.
What do you want to say?
Yeah. Let's do it.
Well, first off, thank you
Oops.
again
Sorry.
for everything that you do, of course, for the community. I wanted to ask you a lot of questions about Star Wars. If you can see, that's kind of the focus in my collection. But
Awesome
you
stuff.
ruled out a lot of those questions. Thank you.
Sorry about
Obviously,
that,
I'm a
man.
huge Falcon
It's going to be
fan,
distracting while he's asking you questions. There you go. Your hot one's
Yeah.
there.
Yeah. I'm, you can count on me for the Star Wars support. But yes, if you ever do make a 1/6 Falcon, I'm 100% on board.
Luis, where are you gonna put that thing?
I have the garage space for it. Okay, I will not park the cars in there. I will have the Falcon in there, 100%.
Wow.
But no, I was like Mario had mentioned the Falcon diorama. I had the cockpit. I loved it. It's a great piece. But it was a little. It was taking up some other real estate too, and the figures that I had in it, I had displayed somewhere else. So I had to let it go, unfortunately. But it went to a great collector who's proudly displaying it. So I know about the quality and the craftsmanship. Being that the Falcon kind of archway or the corridor would be a nice little one-off piece, or the landing pad. Obviously, if Star Wars isn't selling like it was, completely understandable with the material that we're getting. But like Jose had mentioned, I think the +1, and Philly had mentioned that I'm one of those collectors that will unfortunately kind of buy multiple versions of the characters to get the ultimate version bashed, essentially. So if you can do little accessory packs or upgraded head sculpts or multiple expressions, that would be a great idea if you could do it, of course.
Yeah. But so for Star Wars figures, you mean, or
Just in general.
In general, okay. Because for Star Wars, I wouldn't feel comfortable doing that. But yeah, I like the idea. I'm taking a 2-week break now, and we'll be doing a lot of walking and thinking about the future. I think that's a very cool idea.
Luis, you have an echo. See if you can lower the volume on if you have a window open. It just popped.
Good.
No, it's still going there.
Maybe it's me.
Yeah. Somebody has an window open that, like a window with YouTube that's playing. No one.
No, there's no delay.
Okay.
It's just
Is it
an
me?
actual echo.
No?
That's fine. Go ahead with your second question.
Is it
gone.
still there?
It's gone. It's gone.
It's gone now.
Yeah, it's gone now. Nice.
I think it is Luis.
Of course.
Okay.
Right? So, in terms of potential projects like Jurassic Park, would it actually be Jurassic Park or like Jurassic World?
I don't know. Yeah, the sound is gone now.
You can't hear us? Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yost, can you hear us?
Oh,
Yost?
That's not me. I can guarantee you.
you probably take Luis off of full screen now, dude.
Yeah.
Of course, my camera just died.
Let's see here.
Testing. Are you guys hearing me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I don't hear anything anymore.
Hello,
You don't
hello,
hear
What's
hello.
going on?
Let's put you back in. I'm gonna remove you and then go back in.
Wait,
Oh, there's an echo there.
I hear the echo.
Okay.
Let's see. Let's see. And then
Can you guys hear an echo now?
okay, Yost, can you hear us?
we put him back in.
No, he
No
took
echo,
himself
right?
out.
Oh, okay.
He took
Right.
himself out.
Yeah.
Hopefully,
Yeah, it's a bit of a bummer to hear that the Star Wars
Let's
the demand isn't really there.
Yeah, dude, that's crazy.
Yeah,
I can't believe that.
let's add my man over here, Calvin. Calvin, can you hear us?
I hear you guys loud and clear.
Hear us?
Hey,
Oh, shit,
Hey,
Mario,
Calvin.
dang it.
What's up, man?
What's up, everybody?
What's going on, dude?
What's up, man?
Okay, let's
Shit,
try
in
again.
the, in
He's
the
already
office,
here.
just drove by your place.
Can you hear us now?
Can you hear me?
Yep, we can hear you. Can you hear us?
Okay. Yeah. Weird.
Awesome. All
We're
right,
back.
All right.
back.
All right. So Luis was asking about Jurassic Park.
Yes, would it be Jurassic Park actual, or would it be like Jurassic World franchise?
Oh, so I would definitely start with the first movie. I think Philly said it right earlier in the stream, where the nostalgia thing is also a big factor. So I would definitely go with the original first. So the Jeep, maybe Alan Grant, definitely a Velociraptor. And the cool thing is that Sean has a lot of experience with that, as well as I think Inigo, and I talked to somebody else who also had some experience with Jurassic Park. I forget now, but yeah. So we have the people lined up. We already have a couple of models lined up. So it would definitely be the original Jurassic Park. What kind of things would you like to see from the original, Louis?
Great question. I would take pretty much everything that you said. The Jeep would be great. The van, 1/6 scale T-Rex for sure.
Sam Jackson. Everybody, hold on to your butts.
Yeah, there you go, Sam Jackson with removable arm.
Yeah.
You know, the bathroom,
Don't,
right?
don't forget the cigarette hanging off his lip.
There you go.
Yes. You know, 1/6 scale compound with the gates with real fire. But
With real
definitely
fire.
brand.
Oh, real fire.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, there you go.
That's another level.
But yeah, definitely the main cast. Velociraptor, probably throw in the Dilophosaurus. I mean,
So in other words, the whole damn
getting
movie,
a lot of-
everything.
You know, he wants the whole island.
clearly I
want
didn't watch the
everything,
movie. I didn't watch the movie at all. But yeah, I think Jurassic World is really kind of taking the reins as far as product. So Jurassic Park would be a nice breath of fresh air for sure.
Oh yeah, that would be my focus for sure. Absolutely.
I got the space for the dinosaurs here somewhere, so if you do it, I will be happy to contribute to that. Please.
Cool.
We got
Nice.
Zippy Unicorn asking, "How is your dad feeling these days? How's he doing?"
Oh, he's doing all right. He's got a hernia now. He's been walking poorly for the last few months. And for a minute there, we were worried that his other hip was going to need replacing, but it turns out that wasn't it. And now he's got a hernia, so he's doing okay. He's been worse. Like a couple of months ago, he could barely walk, but he's still showing up for work every day like a trooper. So
Wow.
yeah,
Wow.
thanks for asking.
That's great.
Kudos. Keaton Card 89 says, "Can you say if the 89 sounds are chip or SD card files?"
They are chip.
Chip.
Mm.
Yeah, they're on the chip baked in.
Awesome. Luis, did you have any additional questions for Joost?
Just a quick question in regards to Catwoman. I know with the whole separate eyeball rolling potential and trying to take away from multiple sculpts, if that's the case, what if you were to have it where you can pop out her eyes, kind of like those Spider-Man figures are done, where you can pop out the eyes to change the expression through like a magnet? Is that possible?
That is possible. The thing is, as soon as you have to engineer the head sculpt for several removable parts that have to be like an invisible line when you put it in, it not only opens you up to trouble with tolerances, but it also adds to the cost. So it's more doable than the rolling eyeballs, but I don't know. The thing is, if you could offer 2 complete head sculpts for the same price, that seems to be the preference for most people that when we put it to a vote in the community, you know?
For sure, yeah. I think having the affordability makes sense, but you know.
Yeah, I understand the question.
It's really understandable.
Yeah, and so I'm still keeping my options open, and if the same thing happens as with the 1989 Batmobile, where there's so massive support that I can afford to really sink money into the movable eyes and do several head sculpts, then I'm not saying it's off the table, but for now, it makes most sense to concentrate on just doing 2 or 3 completely separate head sculpts. The thing I like about that is then you don't have to keep the expression around the top part of the face and the eyes neutral to work with the different expressions. But if you could, like make the eyebrows and in between and all that sort of thing a bit angry, which you partly will see, I think, through the mask. So we're still playing with the option. Right now, it makes most sense to focus on having completely separate head sculpts, getting a little, because I really don't like the bland staring ahead blankly into space expression. So, yeah, like Viper says, most people would probably appreciate 2 separate sculpts and have them like really tweaked for that expression. Have the eyes, don't have them staring into space, but give them a bit of attitude. That's what we're leaning for towards now, Luis.
Okay, great. Sorry, my camera, I think, is just kind of overheating, so you won't get to see my pretty face anymore, but I appreciate the opportunity there.
Keen Car 89 says, could you do mini bus with the 1/6 with removable heads? You seen those little mini bus that third parties do with the extra head sculpts?
No. Is that a big thing?
It's not a big thing, but I've seen companies off. Yeah, there you go. Perfect example. That's actually Hot Toys, and they don't do that often. Hot Toys doesn't do that.
Yeah, they do bust. You can put your extra head sculpt on it. So if you're the one that you're not using, you'll just put it on there.
Ooh, I do like that idea.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Wow. You see this in statue companies, actually. Prime One does this quite a bit. But to see it come down on Hot Toys and for 6-scale collection, because we often, like last night, we got some clone troopers that dropped. And I'd like to prefer to display my troopers with the helmets on, but some of them do have head sculpts. So that would be nice to have some sort of a bust like that where I can display like the extra head sculpt. That'd be nice. I'd be totally into that.
Yeah,
yeah, because I mean, if you get an extra head sculpt, you end up just putting it away in a sandwich bag or in a drawer somewhere. You rather just display it with your figure, and especially Michelle Pfeiffer, you gotta love her because I'm glad you went with the multiple head sculpts route because her face's expressions are so different and variations. So it'd be difficult to do one expression and the movable eyes. Even if you do different mouth plates, you can still look in the eyes and see different expressions. So I'm glad we went to that route. But I like to, Luis, are you good, or did you have any additional questions for Joost?
I'm good for now. Thank you, man, and thank you. Joost.
So
I like thank you too. Yeah, and I like the idea of the busts. I do. I'm going to be mulling over that one too.
Yeah, Jose got all kinds of ideas today, man. That's awesome.
Cool. Well, Trademark that too while they're downtown.
Right.
Okay. I'm on my way right now.
We got to give Keaton Car 89 some props because he's the one that kind of said that. And it's definitely something to be mowed through. So thanks again. And now I'm going to give you the, don't get jealous, guys, but the best for last. Fine gentleman. You guys are all best and last, best in my book. So this fine gentleman who's currently working, but he's driving safe, and he is going to talk and introduce himself. But I think you already talked to him before. LoKey Collector, aka Calvin. Welcome.
Wow.
How's it going, everybody?
It's going very good.
You're
looking cool there.
Coming in from the office here. How's it going, yo? It's good to see you again, sir.
Yes. Good to see you too.
I saw you guys earlier briefly touched on the Batcave computer. My question was, because I backed it early on when you first put it up for order. What was the snag that you had ran into with the screens? And then also, what was the solution that you found to finally get it moving forward?
Okay, that's a good question. So this is where technology caught up with our problem. So initially, we had a separate screen with and a separate PCB and chip where we had the images and where the software was running that I'd written for the first proof of concept. Remember, but having to do 6 of them. Was not only astronomically costly, but you would have like the screens would be this big, this thick, right? And then one of my suppliers only like 2 months or 3 months ago maybe came up with these new screens that were now affordable, that were really thin, and where all the necessary software and all the things were baked into the same thing and the same plane as the screen was also at. So we've all seen those digital photo screens, right? But they're relatively big. They have big edges and they're thick, right? So that's the old way of doing things. And now we have screens where they're believably flat. They look good to scale, and where we just finally had a product that had the specifications we wanted, the size we wanted, and the price we wanted. So that was just that cost me a couple of nights' sleep over the last years, I can tell you.
Okay, all right. So, and when do you expect that to be available for shipping?
I think Q4. The tooling is being done now. Production is then in Q3 and Q4. So we expect to start shipping that late this year.
Oh, sounds good to me. Okay, that was my one good question. I know when you were on with Lael, I was sitting there like, he didn't say anything about the Batcave. Okay, next time I'm gonna make sure to ask. So, but good to know. Thank you.
Yeah. And even though because you guys have been talking about dioramas are really not very well performing products for us at all. I do think it is such a cool thing to see, and I really hope to be able to use some of this technology, and I really hope to be able to do the 1989 Batcave as well if Hot Toys it doesn't go beyond the prototype they've shown. So
nice. Well, you have my ears pinned up for that one.
Oh yeah, you got Calvin. In regards to speaking of dioramas, so I'm a firm believer of if it ain't broken, don't fix it. So, but you're venturing into other territories. Do we see a future rebrand or re-logo coming soon, or are you think you're gonna stick with what you got for now?
Oh, that's a good question. Actually, I've had that very thought this week, where maybe I should just change it to Jazzinc Collectibles, or if anybody else has a better idea. And the thing is, I've been kind of stuck with the Jazzinc name, and I've told the story before, but it's basically the second YouTube channel couldn't be Joost Ussink, so I used my gaming moniker Jazzinc. It has nothing to do with the brand, and it doesn't say what we do and do what we say, which is one of my main mottos in business. Just say what you do what you say. Right. And so the name should reflect that. And so I've always thought something like the Collectibles Collective speaks more to what we actually do. But then now that so many people are starting to learn or have learned the Jazzinc name, it's just a shame to throw that away. So what do you guys think?
I think you should get the community involved.
I think you got to stick with it. Maybe you can do like a sub label off of Jazzinc, Okay. Mario's saying something, but he's muted.
Mario is muted.
No, I was saying this. I was saying basically, I think Jazzinc itself is already known, pretty much established.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And as you continue
that's my thought.
As soon as the more you actually put out more product, the more established it actually will be. So I think possibly adding on to it could be good. Could be a good thing. Jazzinc Collectibles, like you said,
Collectibles,
or, Jazzinc's Garage or something like that. So,
Jazzinc Batmobiles.
So it's a good question. Maybe I should just change it to Jazzinc Collectibles, because dioramas is the least of what we do, and it's the least requested of what we do. I mean,
That's how you started, man. I remember when you first came on the scene with that Death Star diorama, man. There you had the whole community like, where did you do that? Where'd you get that? How can I get one?
I remember.
I totally remember that.
I remember seeing your first
it's still
video
here.
when you put it together with your dad. I remember that first video. The LEDs. Yeah.
That was so
that was
man. That was a
that
while
was
ago.
that was almost 10 years ago.
Wow.
Has it been that long? 10 years already?
Yep. Yeah.
Wow. Wow, you've come so far, man. That's crazy.
And it is
Yeah.
crazy.
Wow.
It is.
Wow.
JB suggesting Jazzinc figures. But I mean, as long as you don't completely change your name to avoid lawsuits, you're good. You're good. So
Yeah.
Jazzinc, hobbies and more.
that joke went with everybody. But
No, I got it.
any more questions, Calvin, that you have?
No, I'm solid. You guys pretty much covered everything else I was curious about as well. So no, I'm good. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Yeah, in regards to the '89 Batmobile, what can we learn from the status on that? Because I know it got adjusted on the release schedule, right?
Yeah. So we're still shooting for a July release, but we're making about 40 vehicles, and then we're shipping that out to people who have volunteered to be the testers. So we're going to ship out stuff that we think is good, but we can test and test and test, and the same goes for our shipping tests with the drop tests and the shaker tables and all that sort of thing, and we still get surprised. So now what we've done is we've decreased the size of the first batch, but we're still on schedule for July. Those are going to go out to about 40 people, wait for the feedback, and see if there's anything we need to change or tweak for the next batch, which, I mean, we can still do a lot of parts production. Like you see, there's just a whole lot of manual labor with all the sanding and painting and assembling, and we can keep doing that, right? But then the second batch, which is the first really bigger batch, that's going to be shipping somewhere end of August, beginning of September. So that's we're just building in even more checks. And I've got a friend of mine flying to China to check all the supplier stuff end of July, and all the parts there and the tooling there before it goes over to us, so that we don't get so it's all we're just, every time we do a release, which is why the 95 was practically perfect, right? You don't hear anything about that, and so we're just adding steps and steps to make sure we don't get any surprises, basically. So that's the 1989 schedule for now.
Got it. Ray's collection. How you doing, buddy? Good to see you. Great collection. Check them out on YouTube. Joost, any update on the Batwing or Batmobile Batman? The accessory.
Oh, the sitting one, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good one. There's one folder left, I think. There's supposed to be.
We miss it?
And either we missed it or I didn't put it in there, and we're just going to be sharing my screen because today I got the last. Yeah, Sitting Batman is in the folder. Yep. You can find it in Dropbox, or I can share it with you. But I got pictures from Sean and Viola today of the results of our new and latest prototype, and I think it looks good. So,
all right,
I think we're good here. Which means I'm going to be able to make product pictures when I come back from holiday. So in about 3 to 4 weeks, I hope to have the pre-orders for the Sitting Batman up. That's a good point.
Yep. Okay,
Yep.
got it right
Have
here.
you found them?
Yeah, got it.
Good.
Share screen, and then we're gonna do a Dropbox. There we go. So, that it?
Wow.
Ooh.
I love the eyes. The eyes are piercing.
Yep. And nicely detailed. The skin doesn't have that kind of sickly glow that I saw before. So we found a new paint for the skin. the texture in the suit. I'm just really happy with how that's turning out, the sculpt and everything.
Oh, it looks great.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you can
Yeah.
technically move this and put it in a different figure if you wanted to, correct? Different
Yeah.
body. Yeah,
Yeah.
looks great.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, great question,
yeah,
Ray.
yeah,
that was perfect.
So we're looking at the actual bust right here, or is this like a full figure?
It's a full figure, so it's a sitting Batman figure where it's it's grabbing the steering wheel and everything. So
Let's see. If we can
the only
find
thing
it.
that's not painted is the gauntlets yet.
Got it. Do you have a wide shot of the body?
No, I guess not in this one. So this is the latest head sculpt. So
Got it.
let me find
That looks
the
great.
sitting. Yeah. Let's see.
So they're obviously one faceplate, correct? That's just a static faceplate. Now you
Yeah,
have multiple
yeah.
faceplates. Got it.
No, this is really just
It's to serve
made
one
to a
purpose.
price. Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
Oh, looks great.
Yeah. So, you can really see a massive difference. I'm going to share my screen.
Yeah,
I think.
go ahead.
So this is just to give you an idea of the body that we're developing to sit.
Thanks for the question, Rare Race Collection.
Yeah.
Appreciate that.
So, do you see it?
No. Are you sharing?
Yeah. I see it. Yeah, I see it in the. I see it in the underneath my screen, but
If you want to send it to me, I can.
Yeah.
I can do one.
I'm thinking. Anyway,
P-Rock, my man. How you doing? Sup, fellas, fellow collectors in the chat. I don't collect Jazzinc at the moment, but I'm intrigued about the animated figures. Any update on a possible release of the new prototype pictures? So we did see some, but right now we're still working on the Catwoman first before we get any prototype ready. Correct?
correct. Yes, correct. Yeah. Stop sharing. Maybe he does that. That helps. Something weird going on with my computer here. Yeah. So yeah. Sorry, I can't get this to work. But yeah, so you just imagine the Batman figure 1989 sitting and holding your yoke or steering wheel, whatever, with that head sculpt on top.
Yeah, we've seen those pictures. I believe you posted them already. So if you want to check them out, they're on the Facebook group.
Yeah, exactly.
Aaron collects. Hi, buddy. He's asking. He's a big gamer. He's asking if any chances of figures from Halo.
Oh, the list is getting awfully long, but
And it's Aaron. Aaron doesn't need any anymore. He's good.
Yeah, he's good. He just got a statue, so
Yeah, Aaron's fine. Aaron's fine. Don't worry about him.
so just a small sample. You guys, what do you think? Is there a market for Halo? I mean, I could imagine it.
I missed that. I missed that window. I mean, I know Mario.
I think it might be
played
past
Halo?
its time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
you know, it's enjoyable, but I mean, I don't know. I really don't know. Difficult to
I
say.
have the 3-0 Master Chief figure, and while the figure looks great, the joints, the craftsmanship is just not there. And I'm a huge Halo fan, so most of my passwords involve Halo in it. But that was also from, 2001, I think. So
That was a while
I think
ago.
it's there, and obviously they have the series that's still going on, so you could probably pick and choose either from the series or from the games.
Right, but 2001, is that the nostalgic factor we're looking for?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if especially those designs from the game back then would sell as well as like maybe the show versions. But you know, I know there's a following enough for them to make a show about it, but you know, the different marks and all that would be debatable, I guess.
Colin DeLorean 3610. Joost, I want to thank you for having multiple vehicles from you and more on order. As someone who like the cars more than some of the people driving them, you made my collecting dreams come true.
That put a smile on my face. Thank you, Colin. It is my pleasure and my honor. That is cool.
Awesome. That's amazing.
That's nice.
Well, any more questions for Joost? Just kind of went through the chats real quick.
Someone was mentioning Vicky Vale, having a Vicky Vale to sit with your Batman. That would be interesting.
Yeah, but didn't a third party do Vicky Vale already, or wasn't that?
They haven't done it. It was a 3D render that was teased by Mars Toys, but they have not followed up on that.
Okay.
Yeah, so Vicky Vale would be interesting. I always joke about Rachel Dawes from the Dark Knight trilogy.
We good on her. That's one female that we don't need for the collection.
Well, there's
I always joke about that.
There's two versions, so.
Joost, that's a great question. Which one do you prefer? Which Rachel do you prefer?
Rachel
from the Dark Knight trilogy.
Yeah. Can I say neither?
Yeah, that's an option. Sure. It was we did it on the Snap on Shane's show.
Yeah.
One or the other, right? And so it was funny. It was kind of unanimous.
Can I present an option with the one that roasted it with Two-Face or
the roasted
one? Christopher Nolan apparently didn't like her either because she got killed off. So there you go.
Yeah, no, they were both a bit annoying and whiny, so I can't choose.
Austin Nicholas, hey buddy. Depending on price point, I would be all in on Halo. So okay, so it looks to me like it's younger generation, like because like I said, I missed that boat. I wasn't much of a Halo person, and I get easily nauseous, so I kind of pass on that. Dan, the Bat fan, how you doing, buddy? Thanks for stopping by. Joost, do you have any idea what's going to be the next Batman-related figure after Catwoman, Batman or Robin, 1987, maybe?
Either that or the Penguin. So Batman and Robin 1997, definitely. Because the way I'm thinking is the Batman and Robin 1997, I think it's good to wait. As soon as the animated series is done, I think the 97 will be next. Maybe I'll put it to a vote, but maybe I'll just be a naughty boy and just say the next one I want to do is the 97. And then also develop the figures for them at the same time. I already have 3D files of the suits, so...
Nice.
Yeah.
All right.
Awesome. Well,
so 97. So I think Penguin first, and then 97 next year.
I think you were talking about discussing in early conversations with Dane DeVito in regards to getting a Penguin, correct?
Yeah. Yep.
Awesome.
And then it was very serendipitous where Shane came to me with the Penguin army that he wanted to do together with us, and so. I think the Penguin has to be next after Catwoman, together with that Penguin army, and then yes.
Well, we're at
be a naughty one.
2-hour mark. We're at 2-hour mark. Just gonna go really quick on what's going on with everybody's stuff recently. Let's start with Jose. What do you got going on in your world?
Not much. Usually on the Hope Show on Mondays with Shane, but Shane's on vacation for a couple of weeks. So until he comes back, I believe he comes back in August, I'll just be roaming around wherever you guys invite me. So thanks for the opportunity, Joost. Nice to meet you. I hope you definitely consider the plussing idea, and so we'll definitely keep that in mind.
Yeah, especially the name. Remember that name, plussing.
Plussing, plus sizing. Yeah. Honor to meet you too, Jose. Very cool.
Yeah, thanks for joining, Jose. It's always a pleasure. We always love your fact checking and then also your knowledge, your large amount of knowledge you have. So thank you very much. My man, Calvin, what's going on with you?
I'll be on with the fellas tonight on LWO. On with Lael Sunday morning with Collectors Lounge. And then again with Lael and the guys on Say What on Wednesday evening. So usual rotation.
Very nice. Well, thanks for having us. I know you're
Appreciate
busy
it.
working.
Thanks for having me.
It's always a pleasure. He's always, ready to, chat up some figures, and we appreciate you, man. Thank you. And then,
Thanks,
send me
guys.
some of those beans. I think I'll take them. By the
got
way,
you.
Joost, Calvin makes the best barbecue beans you would ever have in your life. So maybe
Oh.
next time when you come to the States, you don't go In and Out, you go to Calvin's and have some barbecue
Oh.
beans. So
Ah,
he'll
yeah,
make
that-
it for
that
you.
I
sounds
would
like-
love to have the man in my room with. I can take a picture with the figures, and then I can blame. I can be like, he's the reason to my wife. He can take the heat.
Yeah, we don't want to get Joost in trouble with your wife. Okay. Mario,
Yo.
always a pleasure again. Thanks for coming.
Absolutely,
and
man.
hopefully your fingers feeling better. But what do you got going on?
Yeah. Not much, man. We just did a quick impromptu last night regarding Fives and Echoes that dropped, so that was absolutely fun. LW tonight over on 6 Kilo Reviews channel, like Calvin alluded to. Costa, what's up, brother? We'll be back on Monday nights pretty soon with the Profi chat. We're bringing that back, and then just LWO once again on every Friday night. So hope to be back on Anthony's again. Just been busy lately. Tales from the Dark Side Saturday nights, so I should be back there probably next Saturday. And yeah, dude, it was great to see Joost again. Great to talk with you again, man. And just hanging out with everybody else here in the chat and on the panel. So good times.
Awesome. Thank you so much, man. We always appreciate you. You're kind of like sort of you're Darth Profi, but you're kind of like the godfather of the collecting world. So we
No,
we love you, man.
He definitely got the beard for it.
And,
Yeah,
yeah,
man.
Thanks, man.
yeah, and I still want to use your beard if I ever want to root a figure. So if you're willing
We'll talk.
Joost, I did my first
Thank you,
rooting
Mario.
job a couple of weeks ago. I did a Wolverine, like a comic book inspired Wolverine, and I used
Okay.
the doll hair, and it didn't come out right. So we're just joking around that we should use Mario's beard to kind of give that realistic look. So it's an inside joke that we're talking about. But thanks again, and Luis, what's going on with you, buddy?
Nothing much, man. I'm one to lurk around. So if anybody has extra space, they want to fill it, I'm happy to do so. Just have pretty much cons coming up. We got San Diego Comic Con. I got D23.
Yes.
So, I'll be taking plenty of pics, hanging out with you guys too. Look forward to that. But, thank you so much for coming out, allowing us to pick your brain. You do amazing work. Really appreciate it. Philly, thank you for putting this all together, man. Always a pleasure to be on here with you.
Yeah, and thank you, Luis, and thank you for showing us how collecting your room is done. Wow.
Thank you. Really appreciate that. It's been obviously years in the making, but I am one of those still big Star Wars fans, as you can see. So
Yeah.
always changing, but that's the one thing that I know I'll always continue to buy and collect, of course. So if you do decide to stay with Star Wars, you have my full support, of course.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
All right. Well, I hate to put the main man up for display, but also gotta check out that beautiful collection in the background. So I understand you're going on vacation, so you definitely gotta be definitely in vacation mode. So I don't blame you, because you are one of the hardest workers out there. That you have a good work ethic, and we really appreciate you, especially with the community. Thank you for what you do. But what do you got going on?
Well, we got a 2-week break coming up, and we're going to be visiting Switzerland, Austria, and Germany. So looking forward to that with the boys. Even though they're 20 and 18, they're still going on vacation with us. That's awesome. And then we're going to keep it really relatively short, because there's just so much cool stuff going on, especially with the 89 and all the prototyping. So I'll be back in 2 weeks, and I hope to have some of the prototypes to be able to photograph in the upcoming weeks. And there's going to be a whole lot of stuff to show in the coming weeks and months. So absolutely looking forward to seeing the products in hands and being able to. I just want to open the pre-orders for the Catwoman to see how that does and what that means for our future. I'm just so excited, really.
Yeah, we are definitely too. And again, if I didn't say it before, thank you again for choosing that figure, because I don't know why people passed up on that figure for so long, but it was a highly requested one, and we're glad that you tackle the challenge, and we're excited and we look forward to it. So definitely looking forward to seeing a prototype and getting our teeth sunken into and see what we got going on. So thank you again. Cool. We appreciate you. And obviously for everybody out in the chat, thank you so much. We really appreciate you coming and watching our stream. If you're new to the channel, subscribe, like, and comment. Subscribe and comment, like to all these gentlemen's YouTubes. I'm going to put all the information down below in the description so you guys can join and kind of follow these gentlemen. Thanks again. Thank you very much. I'm looking forward to Comic-Con soon. Again, I'm obviously down the street pretty much. Technically, I'm down the street. So looking forward to that, and looking forward to the release of Deadpool and Wolverine. So looking forward to that. Well, yeah, that's going to be really good. So I am going to sign off, and everybody's going to sign off. We're going to have a good weekend. And Joost, you have yourself a great vacation. Enjoy yourself. Spend time with the family, because that's what matters. It's really important. Take it from me, because my kids are just, I'm blinking. Oh, for you, you're blinking and they grow up.
Yeah.
So,
18 or
time
20
goes so fast. So thank you again, everybody. Have a great weekend. Be safe, and we'll see you next time. Thanks again. Bye.
You too. Thank you, Talia. Everybody, root for us tomorrow.